What if the planets swapped places in the solar system? We observe a remarkably precise system at work in our solar system. Each planet moves along its orbit with astonishing accuracy and a delicate balance. Even a small shift, say just 1% in any planet's position, could lead to catastrophic consequences. Now imagine this. What if the planets were rearranged in entirely different positions? What if something triggered a sudden planetary reshuffle? What would happen then? Let's find out. When we speak of changing the entire planetary layout, there are countless possibilities to consider. But let's begin with a strange yet fascinating configuration. What if we arranged the planets by size? Jupiter, the largest, would orbit closest to the Sun. Mercury, the smallest, would be the farthest out. To keep things simple, let's ignore the complex gravitational shifts this would normally cause. Let's assume some meticulous alien engineers have already taken care of all that, perfectly balancing the forces. So now, Jupiter moves through the orbit where Mercury once was, a scorching region just 0.3 to 0.46 astronomical units from the Sun. Jupiter, being massive and gaseous, would heat up dramatically at this distance. Its fast rotation, currently under 10 hours, would slow down, disrupting its atmosphere. Storms would rage with unprecedented intensity. The iconic stripes and the Great Red Spot would vanish, leaving a gray, chaotic sphere. Jupiter's small icy moons would instantly evaporate. Larger moons would either crash into Jupiter or become rogue planets orbiting the Sun. As Jupiter's surface heats up, it would first shed its icy outer layers, revealing its deep ocean. Eventually, even that would boil away, leaving behind only a small, dense core. Saturn, relocated to Venus's orbit, would suffer similarly. Its beautiful rings would melt and disintegrate. Moons like Titan, Saturn VI, would lose their thick atmospheres and spiral into Saturn, destroyed by solar winds. Saturn then moves to Earth's position, the habitable zone. But Saturn is an ice giant, rich in volatile compounds. Intense sunlight would alter its atmosphere, evaporating ices and releasing gases. Still, Saturn wouldn't be habitable. Its lack of large, rocky moons with water makes it an unlikely candidate for life. Further out, Saturn's orbit might become more stable, just like Pluto, which holds several moons. Neptune then replaces Mars. Its internal ices begin melting. Atmospheric composition shifts. Even though it's far from the Sun, violent storms erupt due to high winds. Meanwhile, Mars' temperature would spike, melting polar ice, but not for long. Water would evaporate, unable to remain in liquid form. Its gray or bluish surface would freeze again. Eventually, Mars becomes a lifeless, icy rock. Earth, now in Jupiter's orbit, 5 astronomical units from the Sun, would become a frozen world. Temperatures plunge below -70 degrees Celsius, even in former tropical zones. A single Earth year would last 12 Earth years. Seasons would stretch endlessly. Forests would die, oceans would freeze, and only deep-sea ecosystems might survive. Even with greenhouse gases, Earth would transform into a frozen, unrecognizable world. Venus, now orbiting at Saturn's distance, would undergo a dramatic transformation. Its thick atmosphere freezes, and toxic gases condense and fall to the ground. The greenhouse effect vanishes. The once hellish surface becomes a cold, silent wasteland, possibly covered in carbon dioxide oceans. Over time, the CO2 may enter a cycle of precipitation and sublimation, but the environment remains inhospitable. Venus would resemble a barren, airless Mars. Mars, positioned where Uranus used to be, would freeze completely. Carbon dioxide snow blankets its surface. The planet loses its red hue, turning gray or blue. Any remaining liquid water would become permanent ice. Bacteria that once might have survived underground would disappear entirely. Mercury, now the farthest planet from the Sun, experiences minimal atmospheric changes because it never had one to begin with. Its structure, however, would bear scars from intense heat long ago. Future alien astronomers might study it to understand its strange transformation. Interestingly, both Venus and Mercury could develop small moons, captured comets or planetoids from the outer solar system. But this would take millions of years. In the end, if such a rearrangement of planets ever occurred, our solar system would become a much more barren, lifeless place. That's why, maybe, the current arrangement is perfect. Perhaps we should never tamper with it. This whole thought experiment was meant to explore possibilities. If you enjoyed this concept, let us know in the comments. Should Earth switch with Mars? Should Venus take Jupiter's place? There's so much to explore. So if you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe. More incredible cosmic theories are on the way.